Hello everybody, my name is Merc. We're back in the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. We are in the Dark Chamber entrance. And we're about to face Messmer the Impaler. I didn't even buff. That was bad. Don't need me saying it. Didn't even let me buff. Might be time to put on some defensive trinkets, maybe.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all
I am
in the embrace.
not sure how to dodge the flurry of stabs. It does seem like, I don't even know what we'd want to change out. Because I've gotten too used to having the Viridian Amber +3. I did this in the incorrect order. Well, I guess we'll try again next time.
Stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
All right. Maybe we change up the physic. That's boost fire attacks, right? Not fire defense. Yeah. I kind of like the idea of the stone barb. I don't know if this is it. I'm assuming no. Not quite sure how to dodge that flurry there. What? I even recognize that as the delayed strike.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of
Jeez.
Messmer's flame.
Yeah, still very unsure how to dodge the fire stabs. I don't like this physic. It's not gonna do anything for us. Let's switch this back to this. So we basically did not change much about our physic at all. But maybe we can get away with having a fire resist on. Buff first. Go in and then chug. Okay. I can't believe that hit me. I hate this attack. Okay, that time it did not. He's just doing the same attacks.
Those stripped of
Not
the
that
grace of
time.
gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Also, that was cool. I put on the fire resist thing and I didn't notice a single difference. We'll keep it on for now and see if I can actually notice a difference, but might just come down to one of those things where you just don't get hit instead of try to resist things. Are you kidding me? Like that delayed, I delayed it. I delayed it and it was not enough. This is gonna be like antithetical to something I said in the last episode, but I'm glad when he gets the grab, at least I just know I'm dead, you know, versus getting a 2-hit combo and praying that there's actually a chance that I'll survive both hits. Are you kidding me, man? I do think there's potential for jumping over some of these attacks, but
those stripped of the grace of gold shall
maybe even that one, but I don't know about that.
Embrace of Messmer's flame.
Really? We can't be missing an intro jump attack like that.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
A lot of these attacks, if you buffer a roll out of my jump attack, it's just gonna get me caught, so I can't do that.
Of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I do feel like I'm sort of getting it, but man, some of these combos. He's got the one into fire thing, into stab, into sidestep stab, into fifth stab that's delayed? Something like that. I did not mean to do that. I'm messing about with everything.
Of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
He's got a stigmata, like the other guy. This is where I start complaining about the camera and his flurry of attacks that don't seem dodgeable. That was my bad entirely. I just panic rolled. Dude, that attack sucks so hard.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
It's funny because like
of Messmer's flame.
There. Also, can you stop talking? I have to say things after I die. I've already like lost my tangent of what happened there. Shouldn't have acknowledged him, obviously. There, he missed me on his first attack, and then I tried to dodge the first attack, but ended up just setting myself up for that second.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet
Like,
death.
yes, I was in the middle of
the
attack there,
embrace
so
of
sure, he
Messmer's
deserved to punish
flame.
me. But I just need y'all to understand that he jumped into the air, did like a spinning fire dash, hit me on the way up while I was in mid animation, and before my animation could end, he already like turned around 180 and flew back down on top of me. That was nuts. No, I did it the wrong order. This person's naked. I don't know if they know, but you have a damage debuff on yourself when you're naked. But I suppose if you're naked, you don't want to get hit in the first place. Are you kidding me? Sure. Whatever.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Yep.
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Yep. So I will say, definitely not noticing any difference with having this trinket on. So I do notice this difference. Yeah. Also, maybe we should switch weapons. Because we can't buff this in the middle of the fight, I doubt. We're not even getting to phase 2. If there is a phase 2, I suppose. We haven't seen that stab in so long. He's been doing every other move but that. Oh, of course, man.
Those stripped of the grace of gold.
This man's running at you for a full second, so you're like, okay, now's the time to dodge. And no, he runs at you for another half a second. Like, I did a full chug in that animation that he took of him running forward to grab me. It's such a delayed grab. Okay, I got it. Not that, though. Yep.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
A little bit of a greed there. More than a little bit, perhaps. Yeah, we should switch this weapon next time. Ah, sick.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Nothing to say about that one, unfortunately. Looks like the snakes are like literally growing out of his back. I don't know, but I can understand why people would think this guy is a not very cool dude. So now what do we do? I guess we can do both buffs inside. It's actually doing a bit more damage.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer.
I was trying. I mean, I hope it's clear. I'm trying. That combo there, that 5th delayed stab. Just eating that fire.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of
I hate to say it, but I feel like I dodged that spear. I guess you can't dodge the spear flurry. You can't dodge backwards because I timed the first half of that dodge perfectly fine, and he still hit me by the end of it. So you have to dodge to the side and pray he doesn't have good tracking, I guess. Are you kidding me, game?
those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Okay,
In the
I need to stop rolling backwards. All I'm doing is rolling backwards, and he has a spear. He has a spear. You don't roll backwards.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Super
In the
greed there, but
embrace of Messmer's flame.
oh, you're still going, eh? Yep. Okay.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I tried to roll away from him, and I ended up rolling directly into him because you are battling the camera in this video game. I think enemies, maybe this is crazy to say, enemies should not have jump attacks. And if it means they have to get rid of my jump attacks, so be it. Okay, dodge to the left for sure.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I'm pretty sure the sword does less stagger damage than the hammer does. Jumping sometimes works.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I'm just gonna say I'm maybe rolling too early when he takes off in the air and starts spinning like a freak. That's probably what's happening a little bit there. That said, once again, I tried to roll any direction but where he would be, and he just always literally ends up in front of me. I guess that's part of his design. He just wants to jump in on you.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
That was a rough one for sure.
stripped of the grace of gold shall all
Whoops.
in the embrace.
That might be
of
the most
Messmer's
deadly attack because it's deceptive. It doesn't have the fire buff on it, so you mentally are gonna underestimate it. But it's like the fastest attack that he has. It's 2 quick stabs into delayed 3. And then of course the delayed 1 too, because I can never hit that anyway. Sick. Love to miss. Love to miss my jump attacks.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's.
Ooh. I like how I dodged that first little bit. Felt pretty good about it. Immediately get hit by the flurry. And it just kills me. I wasn't at full HP, so sure. Delayed 1, 2. And I get hit by it anyway.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Not sure about this one. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to think of maybe we switch up the physic. Sick.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Even that attack had a sudden delay on it. He lets it linger, the flame, for a little bit. I don't know, man. Okay, it wasted 4 essence in 4 seconds just to die to his grab anyway.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
The worst part is I die so early in that animation. I'm pretty sure there's more damage to that grab. So even if I had way more HP, I'm pretty sure I'd still die. That's rough, man. I'm just dead. The worst part is, this animation takes so long, I knew I was dead before he even grabbed me. Dang. I don't even want to look at him. Ooh. A little overwhelming, a little overwhelming. What? I'm calling shenanigans on that second delayed stab. I guess I gotta dodge to the right on that one because he just has like insane tracking to the left apparently. I don't. Ever since Dark Souls 1 and people would hang out near bosses' butts, FromSoft like took that personally. They were like, nah dude, you can't just be hanging out in their butts the whole time.
stripped of the grace of gold.
Because now every single boss and normal enemy, it feels like, maybe not most normal enemies, but some of the normal enemies still for sure have insane tracking. And what that means is, like, even if you roll completely behind them, they will turn around and be like, nah, I was actually facing this way the whole time during my animation. Whereas if I dare to do a jump attack and for some reason am just like facing 90 degrees to the left or whatever, it's insane. Like, yes, they have to make the bosses more powerful than players. That would be an example of the tracking. I rolled very early, so like I can't get that mad about it. Again, man, like I tried to roll directly away from him and I ended up rolling to the right because of the camera, and I'm dead.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Is there a phase 2 to this fight? Because we barely ever got him down to 60%. This could be supreme amounts of greed on my part. I'll acknowledge that. Like, I'm not playing the best for sure. Delayed 1-2. You see how delayed that was? I'm just dead.
The grace of gold shall all meet death.
Okay, here's some things. You cannot jump in any direction. If you're gonna do a jump attack, it has to be only forward or only straight up. And even forward's probably wrong sometimes. Because if you jump, you're not going where you think you are, because especially in the middle of his combo, I guess I should say. Because he just says no.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
No, it's because he's moving around so much in the combos. See, like exactly like that. That was a full sidestep into like a 180 in literally half a second. Not even. Where when you jump or roll, you're not in the position you think you're going to be in regards to him. He's going to be somewhere else entirely. Usually right behind you. Nothing personnel, kid. Dude, okay, I was gonna say, give me that R1. Oh, sick, I'm wasting clarifying boluses. Who decided to do that? Okay, it worked. I do want to point out for the record, I was trying to roll away from him. Ended up rolling to his left.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's...
I guess rolling to his right, rolling to my left. It's sad that the only chance I have is if I can get these early jump attacks in. And that's with this buff. I just want to see phase 2. At this point, that's becoming much and much less likely.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the
so that time,
of Messmer's flame.
I'm getting better at dodging the initial jump in the air flame whirlwind. I acknowledge that after you do that, he's gonna do the flurry stab. That time, I did my best to dodge to the side with the best timing I could. I still got hit by it. I'm seeing a lot of people delayed.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all
Man, I'm seeing a lot of people say
in
that
the
great
embrace
shields are
of
actually
Messmer's flame.
so good in this game. I think, as I kind of mentioned before, it feels like Miyazaki took a lot of things personally in the early Souls games, where it's like, yeah, people would just circle and backstab. People would never use shields because you can just put the Grass Crest shield on your back and two-hand every weapon and win. So Miyazaki said, okay, if you don't want to use shields, I'm going to make it so every boss has an 8-hit combo. You're going to have to roll through every one if you don't use a shield. So shields are just way better in this game. It feels like, anyway, maybe not normal shields, but great shields. It feels like I might be able to put on a fire great shield here and just win with a couple rolls.
Those stripped of the grace of gold
Okay.
shall meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
On the delayed one too, if I'm on the ground during that second attack, I either have to dodge really early or don't go for the greed strike after, because it always gets me hit. I mean, that was me going as fast as I could.
Those stripped of the grace of gold
I
shall
dodged an
meet
attack with a
death
jump there.
in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Dude. And then it's like you have to not lock on during that attack phase that he has right there, if you want to dodge out of the circle rather than into it. Are you kidding me, man?
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Okay, when he opens with the fire attack, you have to dodge in, because if you dodge out, the second attack will hit you. This is me, like, trying my best to learn new things, despite everything that's going on here. Are you kidding me?
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I guess I died to fire. I guess he flailed his sword enough and fire came out, and I just happened to be in front of him. So I died. That's what happened there. Also, I got lost in the sauce during his big combo with the flurry stab. I didn't even realize he was doing it before it was too late. Still got hit. And once more, I rolled perpendicular to him instead of out of the field of fire. This is a full combo. I never remember. Okay,
In the embrace.
I'm mixing up the combos. When he starts with the fire on his left hand into stab, he's gonna go for a sidestep, another stab. The attack I'm thinking of is if he starts with a stab, he's gonna go for a second to follow up with the fire, and you have to roll into that. If it sounds confusing, it's because it is.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
I'm not sure if that's a situation where if I didn't dodge right away, like I tried to dodge that first attack, and it seemed like I succeeded, but it got me hit by the second. There's chances that that first attack wouldn't have hit me in the first place.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace
okay.
of Messmer's flame.
So when he does the combo where he starts by stabbing the air, yes, he's trying to stab you, but more importantly, he's unleashing a lot of fire. So you can't back up out of that per usual. Again, stop running away. Oh, he's getting hit by that. What else is new? I don't even know what happened there. Blade 1-2.
Grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Are they wings? I can't tell if they actually are wings or if it's just like some fabric tied to it. On the dragons. And by dragons I mean snakes.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Okay, no, for some reason it looked like a fabric was tied around it, but I think it was just the angle of how the wing was wrapping around the snake body. This is me coping. Trying to figure out lore about his character model. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I'm dead. Ooh.
Shall all meet death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Can I get a mod that shuts him up? Because that sounds like a good mod to me. Maybe I should turn off voices. For the most part, I'm not even ignoring it. I mean, I am ignoring it now to the point where, like, I don't even think of it. But then sometimes... Yep.
Those stripped of the grace of gold.
That man dashed. I need to say this. That man dashed forward so much during that stab combo he was doing that he displaced me out of the corner. He put himself in the corner because he teleported right behind me. Nothing personnel, kid. Just need to throw that out there. He doesn't even have a big body and he's displacing me. Wasn't sure about that. Here we are. Sick. I dodged that, but through luck. Literally no skill involved there. Well, we got the mythical double stagger. He's now at below 50% HP, aka time for phase 2.
I will not suffer. A lord devoid of light.
He's got a cute little buckle under his chin that he doesn't tie up. This is a statue of America.
Mother, forgive me.
This man's gonna blind himself. He's gonna... So he sees lights, he still sees the light of grace, but now he's ripping out his eyes so he will not see the light of grace. This is the second time in this DLC alone that they cut to a black screen instead of showing you something raunchy. Are you gonna eat it now? That delicious strawberry grape? Oh no, you're gonna crack it. Delish. Now all he sees is the insanity, his pure fire. He's letting madness take over. And the snakes take control. I like how they didn't show her face there either.
Tarnished.
The snakes changed color to be like more flesh-like. They were like deep red before.
Taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light.
Talking about Koth? Framped? Yep.
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Oh, good. It's a flaily moveset. Man. Okay, I need to make a tough choice here. And I've been kind of thinking about this anyway. And I don't want to do this because it's more work for me. I'm going to take a quick break here just to center myself. Because, wow. And I think we're moving on. Because I can hardly get to phase 2 as is. I think it'll make it more consistent. I think I can make it a formula. If we keep doing the strat that we're doing now. It doesn't seem bad. The problem is we're gonna get to phase 2 and we're gonna die for another hour at phase 2. And I want to do something else. I want to explore a bit more. The day is still young-ish, so I might come back to it today, but maybe even not. We'll see. But yes, I'm going to end this little segment of the video and then jump into another one. So see you then. Alright, we're back. As you can see, I have left Messmer's tower, where in Round Table Hold I upgraded some weapons, and I also duplicated some of our remembrances. So I got a bunch of items. Let's have a look at them, starting with R'Lana's Twin Moons here, which is a sorcery of R'Lana, the Twin Moon Knight, who we fought earlier in the DLC. You can even, it almost looks like there's a moon on each of the orbs as well, right? There's like an image of it. Associated with the Carrion Princess. Incarnate overlapping twin moons which strike the ground one after the other, violently shaking the earth with moonlight. In her childhood, she and her elder sister Renala met these moons, overlapping as though nestled against one another. So she is the sister of Renala, who is the queen of the moon in Raya Lucaria. She's the one who rebirths you and reallocates your skill points. This is another 2 swords as a single armament. When two-handing, a straight sword engraved with golden flame will be carried in the left hand. Here and here alone were moon and fire ever together. And then it has a unique skill, the moon and fire stance, assume ready stance, swords imbued with magic. Follow up with normal attack to cast glintstone light blades, or strong attack to perform a spinning attack that bathes the area with flame. Light waves can have up to 2 follow-up casts with additional inputs. Okay, that's very cool. Gives you some of her moveset there. Got an Ash of War, Divine Beast Frost Stomp. This is from the Divine Beast Dancing Lion that we fought earlier. A skill which imitates the wrath of the Divine Beast's dance. Lift a leg high up in the air and stamp it down with great force. Sends a powerful wave of frost straight out along the ground. Can be charged to increase power and range. Usable in all melee. We got an enraged Divine Beast Charm depicting the crazed cavorting dance of the Divine Beast conducted at the Tower Festival. Raises potency of storms. Divine Beasts are messengers of the heavens, and their rage mirrors the tumult of the skies, of which storms are the pinnacle. I don't know how to use this, but that's cool. Maybe we just can't use it here. Ancestral Spirit's Horn, so this is obviously from the Ancestral Spirit deer that we slew. Item cut down from the horns of the regal ancestral spirit. Restores FP upon killing enemies. A number of new growths bud from the antler-like horns of the fallen king, each glowing with light. Thus does new life grow from death, and from death one attains power. So that's cool. That's probably a trinket, I have to imagine. Oh, maybe this is also a trinket. This enraged divine beast raises potency of storms. Don't quite know what that means, but okay. We got a winged great horn, also from the ancestral spirit. Distinctive horns suffused with the power of ancestral spirits. This large wing-shaped specimen is wielded as a weapon of spirit worship. In the ancestral spirit worshipping faith, these are considered envoys' wings made to reap the lives of beings which experience no sprouting. So anything which is not sprouting horns or like in tune with the primordial essence, this would cut them down, I guess. And then we have Blood Boon from Moog, Sacred Incantation of Moog, the Lord of Blood. Thrust arm into the body of the formless mother, then scatter the blood flame to set the area ablaze. This incantation can be cast while in motion. Thrust arm into the body of the formless mother. So when Moog was thrusting his arm straight up, he was like, I called it pulling the sprinkler or whatever. It was causing rain of blood to come around. The formless mother. So is this like he's reaching into the realm where before people are born, it's just like a realm of like blood and body or something, like the very essence of spirit, I guess. I don't know. The mother of truth craves wounds. When Moog stood before her deep underground, his accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was besotted with the defilement that he was born into. Huh. Mogwin's sacred spear tried into Moog, a sacred spear that will come to symbolize his dynasty. As well as serving as a weapon, it is an instrument of communion with an outer god who bestows power upon accursed blood. The mother of truth desires a wound. So back to the blood boon. The formless mother is an outer god, or maybe like an alien, if you want to think of it that way, because that's usually what that means in context of Lovecraft's work. I mean, it's alien to us, right? And then I also killed a couple of these Fire Knights just to see if I can get some souls from them. I don't know why I was under the impression we got a lot of souls from them. Maybe it was just like a special night. But yeah, so I killed a few of these. This is interesting though. Painted Helm of the Fire Knights under Messmer the Impaler's personal command slightly increases maximum HP, stamina, and maximum equip load. Each and every knight hailed from a renowned family of the Erdtree's upper echelons, but were shunned and chased from their homes after pledging allegiance to Messmer as their master. That's the same lore from the gloves. What do we look like with this on? Oh, we look ridiculous. We should keep this on for now. Just for now. It matches our red skin. It is a very tiny increase in HP up there, as you can see. Yeah, I might as well just keep that. What else we got? Oh yeah, we can go talk to this lady. Since we did not get the remembrance of, another remembrance of the full moon queen, I just couldn't find... I used all the mausoleums we found, I think. Including the one in the DLC. And the one underground, I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of bad news, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But that's partly why I didn't clone her, because both of her skills are like heavy intellect. In her youth, Renala was a prominent champion who charmed the Academy with her lunar magic, becoming its master. She also led the Glintstone Knights and established the House of Caria as royalty. And then her items here are the Carian Regal Scepter, which requires 60 intellect and boosts full moon sorcery. Magic Scepter of Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. The Glintstone is known as Carian Blade, enhancing full moon sorceries. Only those of the highest intelligence may wield this, the finest of all Glintstone staves. I thought this might have been a sword, but it is just a staff. Renala's Full Moon, incarnate of full moon, and launch it at enemies. So this is like another moon spell. I guess maybe her sister had the more powerful one. Sorcery symbolic of the Carian Queen uses the caster as a vessel to incarnate a full moon, then sends it floating toward foes. The full moon dispels all sorcery that touches it and temporarily reduces magic damage negation for those it strikes. Oh, that's really cool. Queen Renala encountered this enchanting moon when she was young and later would bewitch the Academy. This is almost like an ultimate ability. So yeah, we're not going to get either of those just for the moment. We are going to look at these champion items. So these are equipment for the bosses would use. I think we already looked at the Radahn's stuff. But I noticed Queen's Crescent Crown here. A tall crown depicting the moon, worn by Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, increases intelligence. When Renala, head of both the Academy of Raya Lucaria and the Carian royal family, lost her husband Radagon, her heart went along with him. And then those at the Academy realized that Renala was no champion after all. So we have some real lore there. So perhaps like the students or like the academics at the Academy, right? They probably locked her away and basically put up a good front for her in that, you know, they didn't allow visitors or whatever. That's why they locked away the castle. They realized she was not that powerful without Radagon, who left to Queen Marika. Ornate helm of Relana, the twin Moon Knight, fashioned from silver steel. Does this mean she was twin of Renala and Relana? I think that means that they're twins. But it's not mentioned because Renala, being the head of the Academy and the Carian royal family, means that like that's like a side note, right? So they're not going to tell you that piece of information about her, that she has a twin. Whereas Relana kind of, I guess, made it a bit of a thing. Renala, head of the royal family of Caria, was said to have given her younger sister, who renounced her lineage to chase after Messmer, a gift of lustrous black hair. Okay, so it says younger sister, but they still could be twins. There is a younger twin always, right? So I think we've read about Radahn's stuff, and I think that might be it for all the info here. I mean, this is adorned with lapis lazuli blue that is symbolic of Caria. Its radiance is yet to fully fade. All right. So I think that's it for reading. Apologies. That's 10 minutes of reading there. Let's jump back into the DLC. There's a couple things we could do. We could go down to Cerulean Coast. We could fight a bunch of bosses, perhaps, including Messmer. In fact, let's even put a skull there. We can go this way and explore throughout here. But we can also go up here to the Church District. We did not explore any of this. So let's figure out what is going on over here? Right, you don't want to fall in there. That's an elevator for later. Probably don't want to fall anywhere, really, but... Look like you could jump to that log, but I don't see the point. Jump straight here, get some crab eggs on the roof. So... This is certainly the Holy Quarter, also known as the Church District, that was flooded to prevent access to the Erdtree, which would actually be right over here. That makes sense. It's on the other side of this wall up ahead. Just grab a piece of white flesh off of the corpse that the crab's eating. There's a whole path that way with what appears to be maybe a golden item. It is. This whole path this way. Is there? I mean, there's an item. Let's check out this item for sure. Some beast bones. One of them's not even eating. This one's just kind of chilling. I mean, I guess it's kind of eating. This one's like gorging. It's feasting. The other one's kind of nibbling. I don't know if this is a jump I want to try. It seems sketchy. Okay, we got more of these flaming hollows, except these ones literally just spawned in front of me. They materialized for nothing. Once more. I don't know if they're always going to try to explode, but if so, this is going to be a spicy area for sure. I'm assuming they are related to Messmer. Had to do a bit of a side flip there, like I was playing Mario. Okay, so unfortunately we did miss one. Per usual, Miyazaki was like, oh, there's 2 enemies in front of you, but what about the 3rd behind you? This looks like a high-ranking Crimson Knight. Oh, this isn't good. I'm lucky that the fire dodged me. That might be a new type of unit. It's definitely a fire knight, obviously. Oh, I just healed when I was gonna get a heal for free. Oh well. Messmer Ember. I thought that shining was an item, of course. I guess we're committing to going over here now. What? Seems familiar, except still no archer. It seems like there's a monstrosity in the waters. Not a fan of that. I want to see it. But I don't want to go on this freaking... I don't remember what they're called now. The buttress. I don't want to go on these flying buttresses. And then get owned by this thing. Visions of monstrosity. That's what I'm saying. Oh, we're gonna unflood this place. Wait, what? Bird ahead, therefore merchant? Has there been a pattern with the merchants that I'm not noticing? There do be a hole. I'm assuming this is the way to go, to be honest. Likely ahead. I like these like broken sentences. No item ahead, therefore time for behind. Like, can't just say, therefore turn around. Nope. Therefore, time for behind. Someone said lever ahead. Oh, I do see it now. It'll be so... It's weird. It's gonna be weird if I... Maybe it's I'm gonna open up a door. It's gonna be like New Londo. That'll make sense for how to unflood a region. Because otherwise it's the idea of like, oh, we just happen to have this dam here. This dam. Just in case we ever flooded this area, you know? I knew it. What does this message say? I mean, I want to put like dung ahead, to be honest. How does this look? That's probably one of my worst messages yet, but you know what? I don't really care. Got lots of crabs, lightning proof pickle liver. This looks like it could be a thing, but I doubt it. This looks like a locked door if I've ever seen one. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a key here.
America, mother to us all, favor me with thy grace. I have met many who would threaten or distress thee, and quelled each and all. And I hereby swear to never cease. So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light.
I don't remember where we found that.
Queen Marika, I implore thee.
Oh, this is what's his face.
Grace, take not from me my solitary light.
Oh, we have an option here. Let's leave. What does these messages say? Yeah, this is the enemy butthole, as said by that message there who invades you. Do we give him light? Let's look at the options again. They're probably a key item, right? The irises that we found. Surely there's one in the recent item list. There's one here. It's consumable. So we can give him that, or we can give him this Iris of Occultation. I feel like if I give him the black eye, he's just gonna invade some more. This is tough.
Queen, take not from me my...
Let's give him the nice eye.
Ah, Queen Marika, dearest mother, I shall silence all who would trespass upon thy peace, as decreed by the grace of gold. No soul shall thy sanctity imperil.
That's probably the bad choice. Okay, so what I have to imagine there... Oh, we can summon him. It's interesting. Okay, so at least we got something decent out of it. He's probably going to invade us again, because everyone thinks we're against everyone, and that's probably true, so if he ever thinks we're threatening Queen Marika, he will invade us. A spirit of a knight granted relief by the Iris of Grace wields a spear-like greatsword that impales... Oh, is it spear-like greatsword? I thought it was a spear. That impales foes upon fire, keeping the taint of impurity away from fair Mother Marika. That grace was his salvation, though it was but a fleeting blessing. And having been saved, all that was left to him was to wage war. So yeah, we're gonna fight him again. Unquestionably. Was there... Oh yeah, maybe it was one of the churches or something. Like this church? He gave us a couple items. Wow. Good thing he let up the pressure, because he could have killed us if he just kept spamming fireballs. He's got like the mask of the father or whatever. Rune of an unsung hero. The great heroes of the war were richly blessed by the grace of the Erdtree, but were not honored in death. I guess that makes sense. Oh. I don't know what happened there, but I almost fell off the edge. I like jumped straight over it and hit its left wing. The heck? That's what I'm saying. Why does a room like that exist? Oh, perhaps when you unflood the area. Okay. I'm wearing the red hood, unflooding the area. This is very much like New Londo in Dark Souls 1. I'm glad there was a callback to this, the idea of unflooding the area. It really is just a dam. They really did install these castle walls with an option to unflood the area. Because I thought if it just opened a pair of doors down below, then it would unflood the area, right? If they were sealed. But whatever. Now my question is, where did we flood? Surely we flooded somewhere. Is this a boss fight arena? It could be. Perhaps not. That's cool. I guess that's why we saw someone running in spot for a second there. Also, apology about the weird noise. I think that was someone upstairs. So... let's a go, I suppose. Somber 5. I have no idea what that noise was. I heard it too. That would be where the boss arena might be, so let's touch some grace. Visions of Dark Wraith. Yeah, did we just unleash all the Dark Wraiths in the world? Time for crab. I don't know if I want to fight this thing, like, period. I'm dead. Yeah, so that was two of my least favorite things in the game. I was at lower HP, so sure, I died, whatever. It was a flaily moveset, aka every attack that this creature ever does. But also it grabbed me with that flail, so that's just the icing on the cake right there. Like on the map, it's still flooded. Just go the complete opposite direction if we can. What's over here? Is this actually still flooded? Okay. That makes sense for why I was led this way. I don't remember what they were called. Oh, I guess there was maybe an alternate way of doing this. I don't want to go over there. I guess I'm going inside this area. It does look like she's not looking at me. Never mind. Never mind. What? I mean, anywhere's better than down there, so... That's an Erdtree fragment, or a scattered tree fragment. Oh, this is, okay. I see what's going on here. This is gonna be bad if we miss, but... Okay, I don't know if it knows where we are. Obviously, this little guy does. The answer is yes. Thank you, message. Very bad fight there. I thought he was healing. I'm dead. The most panic of panic rolls. 1, 2. He ain't dead. And once again, oh, death mask helm. Once again, my sword stab missed. Helm of Wego, Elder among the Fire Knights. 2 warped death masks stacked atop each other. Reduces FP used to summon spirits. Gnawed at by loneliness, the old man turned his attention to the spirituality of the Messmer's flame, using it as a rite of resurrection. Yet the soulless bodies he brought to life were no comfort to poor Wego. Fire Knight seal. We also got this great grave glovewort, which I guess we haven't seen yet. Since times of old, large gloveworts were used to comfort heroic spirits, given in the tribute to those who died the most glorious of deaths in hope that their stories would become legend. The Fire Knight seal, a sacred seal of the Fire Knights who answer directly to Messmer the Impaler, enhances fire incantations of Messmer. The emblem of Messmer's army depicts a golden ring and a fire of his sacred seal. Oh, we do have the right. This is just the way out. We might as well have a look-see. I'm sure there's a site of grace down here. It's usually how it goes. Also, I guess we gotta end this episode a bit sooner because this is a part 2. Which is probably a good idea. I should do an early dinner. We're going down, down, down. It's like a secret church tunnel. What does it even say here? The Tree Worship Passage. Just want to have a look. Oh, you can't see anything. We're underground. That's how deep we are. Well, I guess we'll put this on the map. It's definitely a place to go. I want to check out more of the Shadow Keep. That said, it involves us riding all the way back up. Guess I'll take a drink of water. I appreciate the speed. Not only is it a lot of floors, but it also means like, hey, there's nowhere you want to jump off early on this elevator for sure. Okay, what's up here? Gonna say nothing there. There's a corpse right here. Battlefield Priest Cookbook 1 gives us golden grease and drawstring golden grease. Oh, I thought for sure that was a place to go. So this place just leads down, which makes sense because we were told that they flooded the church quarters to prevent people from accessing. That said, where was this guy standing? He was just underwater. I guess you don't ask that question in New Londo too, but I mean in New Londo, I guess you assume the dark wraiths can breathe underwater or something. This thing is gonna see us unquestionably. Let me out! It somehow did not see us. Gonna assume there was nothing else over there. There's a hidden path potentially below, is what that message said. Is this... Nice, this is just a shortcut. Beautiful. There was an item over there. Is it still over there? What? Was it the ghost glovewort that we got? I guess it must have been, because when we flooded the air, or when the area was unflooded, we can't get back up there now. Because there were logs allowing us to jump across. Oh well, I guess. It does seem like we're not missing anything. It's kind of weird though. I guess I should have considered that. Part of my consideration, I guess I didn't consider that some of the platforms were floating, like they're boats. All right. But yeah, we can't get across these boats now. And we can't use the horse to cheese the platforming. Grab. I'm curious. How are our messages doing? Alright. Alright, here 23. You love to see it. And we got 40 for no head ahead, the classic. And a little alleyway here. There is an item in there. Let's continue through the alleyway. Don't want to go down there, it seems. What's inside here? I think because we killed Wego, or I'm hoping because we killed Wego. Could this be a Everjail? That's funny. That no more of those red things are gonna spawn. Now these monstrosities, on the other hand, I can't say one way or the other. Just gonna try to get away from it. Let's use this to crack open the skull or the shell of a crab here. Almost dying to a dang crab. I 3-shot the crab 3-shots me. I don't want this to go down this way, but you cannot super armor through the crab. Slam. Slam. Oops. Those crabs ain't doing nothing wrong. Oh, maybe the whole crabs weren't doing nothing wrong. Oh well, they'll grow up without their parents. A few of them might kill each other, but that's fine. That's nature. Plus, I needed that crab meat. It needs to sit in my pockets for weeks at a time, and maybe one day I'll eat it. Is that really it? This is the Everjail? The crab Everjail? I guess that's fine. What's not fine is I have to find a way out of here now. Oh, it saw me. Dude, relax. Not happy to see even more of those guys. I might have to move that skull a little bit. It's probably going back to its home now. Yep. Let's move the skull a little bit. It's more like right here. You know, it's really cool that Assassin's Approach is a faith skill, because if it was intellect like it is in every other game, I would not be using it at all. I think it saw me. Wait, is that it for up here? I'm thinking that might be it. Is there a way up and out? I feel like there's an elevator or something we missed. So I guess if you go all this way, you would have seen this on half submerged, probably not want to make the jump. Then you would have seen that elevator back there, or the hole where the elevator is. Shoot. I got a little lucky there with my jump attack. If that missed, it would have been over. This is just Bat Town. This is where the switch was. How did I even get in here? I guess I fell in from above, right? That just leads below. Maybe now that stuff is unflooded, I'll be able to find somewhere else to access up here, and then if not, I guess we move on. Okay, those guys do indeed still spawn. And that's just the switch. Is there really no way to get to the area of the proper area? I mean, it explains why we saw the monstrosities below, for sure. It just feels like there should be a passageway from here to like up here somewhere. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this place isn't as nicely designed as I want it to be, because otherwise this is just cut off from the rest of the world. And by cut off from the rest of the world, I mean cut off from the rest of Shadow Keep. Well, I guess we're going this way. Actually, no, I guess we're gonna call this an episode, and we'll go this way next episode. Unfortunately, didn't really find anything worth our efforts at the end there, but it is what it is. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.